So here we are back at the gravel pit, and figured it was time to sit back and just have a little break. So I pulled off off the trail here for a little bit and give a little break and have a nice cup of tea. So a nice I had a thermos of tea with me, a few snacks as I always do when I go in the woods. But just always gotta do that. And you see that where I have a modular helmet here, I have to mount my camera on the side of the helmet. I can't mount it on top because if I pop the top or pop the modular part up, it would interfere with the camera. So I got the GoPro there mounted on the side, and I got a cup of tea. And as you see earlier in our first photo there, that I had my snowshoes with me just in case I get into any tight spots. So after my cup of tea, of course, it's time to get back on the road again. So we'll go down. We're going to take the woods road down towards Kings Road there, over towards Grand Lake, and check out that trail. And then we'll check out another side trail down towards another little pond there that the boys go down frequently. But I'll leave my comments till we get down to the side trail there, because it was a little disconcerting what I saw there that day. I didn't think the ice was that good in the ponds, but apparently somebody thought it was. So I'll wait till we get down there and I'll talk with that with them. So this here is the DNR Fire Road that comes across from my part of the community over towards Kings Road, which is on the Wellington Grand Lake side of things. It's a DNR Fire Road. It's gated off by DNR, so you can't. But it's used on a regular basis by DNR and I guess fire services when they need to. But yeah, you can pretty well come across here, and then from here you can go if there's a trail. There's supposed to be a skidoo trail here, a snowmobile trail, but you can follow Kings Road and take it right into Wellington, and probably go up to Grand Lake as well. Well, Grand Lake's actually just on the other side of the road there. There's all the big houses and stuff. So, anyways, I cruise back through the fire road then, and head back across, and then take a little scoot down to the pond. So here's a side trail that takes you down to a nice little pond. I don't know how deep it is, but it's a nice little pond, and you get down towards it. There's a nice little spot to turn around. You can have a little campfire if you want. Actually, we'll get down here. Actually, we'll see somebody has already had a campfire here. But if you're looking at the trail there between the tar tracks there, you can see that somebody's been cross-country skiing. And there's also been people walking too. It's a very popular area back here for cross-country skiers and people walking their dogs and stuff, even though there's coyotes back here and all that good stuff. But anyways, somebody had a little campfire and had a little boil up at some point, so I wasn't going to bother. I just already had my little bite to eat and snack, so I decided just to turn around. But what caught my eye was the fact that there was tracks going right down to the ice. Now the ice has only been in the pond for probably about a week and a half, and we've had a lot of warm weather on top of that as well. So what's kind of spooked me is the fact that somebody actually, and you'll see it here, somebody actually cross-country skied across this pond. And you look at that ice doesn't look very safe to me. I wouldn't be, personally, I would not have walked out on it or cross-country skied out on top of it. But somebody did, and they were brave souls, because there's a trail up on the other side there, and it takes you back over towards Kings Road again. So you cross this little pond, you can get back on the Kings Road to another little side trail. So, but yeah, somebody cross-country skied across, and I couldn't believe it. It just boggles my mind what chances people take this early in the season, not knowing what the ice conditions are and stuff like that. So anyways, I jump back on the bike, and we'll head back out to the big intersection again and decide if we're going to do any more trail exploring.
As you see,
So here we are. We're coming back up onto the big intersection again, where we came out initially. Here, so this is got the to the right there is the entrance to the Cub Camp, and out towards the main road. This little road here, this Woods Road, takes you out towards Waverley. Now, unfortunately, this time of year, it's basically been designated for snowmobile use. The snowmobile club grooms it, and they've requested that ATVers and all that good stuff stay off it. It's kind of a, I guess they have the alt rights on it. So they have a sign here saying that it's snowmobile use only. I have no problem respecting that. Actually, I like it when they come through and groom, because when they come there and groom, they groom the rest of the trails as well, and they fill in the ruts and all that good stuff. But nice time thinking about getting the tracks for the ATV here for winter time, just seeing if it's going to make any difference. It's hard to justify buying a set of tracks for it. So, but we'll see how much snow we get. If we get too much more snow, I may have to order them anyways. So I'm jumping back on the main the trail now, heading back towards the golf course, and before long we'll be getting back on the golf course. But before we get back to the golf course, a little trail caught my eye here as we were coming off the golf course here earlier. So I'm going to do a little exercise morning again, and I'll head down here. You can see where somebody has gone down, and it's a half decent little trail. I don't know where it goes. I didn't have the guts to go all the way through because there's a few spots there was trees knocked down, and but somebody had been down there earlier and had a campfire and a little boil up as well. And there's a bridge down there that goes somewhere, so it must be a pretty important trail because somebody's taking the time to build a bridge. So, but I didn't. I was by my lonesome. I was getting on the end of the day. I didn't want to take any chances of going anywhere where I might get stuck and not be able to get out. So I'll have to wait till I get a buddy to come with me, and we'll take a little cruise down. But it's a nice little trail. It's nice. I imagine it goes down to something sensible or something. I mean, nobody builds a bridge for no reason, so it must go somewhere. So, anyways. Get down here and you see where they've another crowd heading here on the left here, another little campfire. So, but yeah, I get down a little further and the trail stops, but that's because Buddy didn't want to cut the tree that's down. I didn't have a chainsaw with me, so I wasn't going to take the time to do it myself. But I take a little walk down and walk across the bridge, and so if it wasn't for that one little tree, I probably wouldn't have a problem. But like I said, I didn't want to take the chance by my lonesome. It's good when you're doing stuff like that to travel with another buddy who's got a winch who can winch you out in case you get into trouble. But, so you do a little exploring here on the side trail, and before long we'll be back up on the golf course. We're just about back out into the road that goes back into the golf course there now. So I get back in the golf course, and of course I come down to the bridge here, and you see get a nice shot of the river that comes out of the lake there, and nice bridge you cross. It's like I say, it's the golf course has it there for the golf carts and stuff like that, but it's a beautiful spot. So nice river runs through it, nice little rapids. I imagine if you wanted to, you could probably catch a few fish there when the season allows for it. I imagine there's got to be trout or something that goes through it. So anyway, I decided to go scoot along the little side trail here that takes you down along the river here, down towards a few of the other spots, and where it comes close to the trail. Another little trail caught my eye, so I explored that, and apparently that takes you back up into another access point that I didn't know existed. That takes you, if I decide to can't get in through one way, then I got another way now to get into the golf course. So once you get a few of these, but you can see it's a beautiful spot there. The water flowing through there. So we've got a lot of rain and stuff, but so then the river flows down into another lake, and then all that stuff. So you got a trail that goes off to the left that takes you out towards Station Road, and then up here to the right, I didn't realize this trail existed, but that takes you out to another road that you can get access. So I go up there and see where it pops out, and turn around, and come back, and sort of get a few more shots of the river and the few bridges they got. So they got a nice job down here. It's a beautiful spot. I say they got to be fishing this at some point during the summertime. We have to come down here during summertime when the golfing's not going on, and see if I can catch myself a few trout, all that good stuff. Anyways, get back up and go on to the trail, the golf cart trail, then back up to the golf course, back up to the clubhouse, and get back up on the main road. And then I'm going to head out towards the gate then, just to show you how close I am to the gate for getting access in through. Just like I said, it's kind of disappointing that I can't use the gate, but that's just one way it goes, unfortunately. But no, it's turned out to be a half decent day. It started cooling off here. It turned out to be about -3, I think, by the time I got to the end of the day. I was only gone for a couple hours, but all that stuff. So here I am heading out the road, that golf course main road here. And you can see, I'm going to get out here, you can see how far I actually am from the gate. Not that far, that's a straight shot, but unfortunately I have to find alternate means around it. So, but I see some people got a few personal trails cut down from their homes to get down into it. I would love to be able to do that, but unfortunately I'm kind of not in a position to do that. So here we are. We're down here now, and here's the gate. Earlier today I was on the other side of the gate there when I first started, and that's how close I am. And once you're inside, it'd be awesome if I could just get through that, but unfortunately you can't. So I'm gonna head back now. We'll head back to my little trail that I used coming through initially, and fortunately I'll gonna get stuck or stopped because our friend is somebody decided to park there, so I have to beat another little piece out in order to get through. But once I get that there done, it works out pretty good. Fortunately, you may hear a little foul language. I wasn't too impressed but he see where the tracks had gone down through there. He knew somebody was going to have to come back out. So, but that's part of the game. I was managed to get out, so that's the main thing. So, but yeah, it was a good day overall. It was a lovely little cruise. I say 40.3 kilometers. I said, what you're going to see now is just basically going through the little trail again, beating up a bit of snow in order to get out of the trail and onto the road. And before too long, I'll be back at the house. So at this point, as I'm coming through the trail, this is when I realized that the people are visiting the neighbors here and blocking my little escape. So, of course, my first thought was I'm going to have to turn around or back up. But then I said, no, I'll go assess it and we'll find out. So I go out, and once I get out there and look at it, it's not too hard. I'll just beat down some more snow and make it wide enough, a little more wider for me, and I'll just sneak up behind the truck. So that's what I do, and before too long, we're cruising back towards the house. Well, and that concludes today's run. I say once again, it was a lovely ride. 40 kilometers I put on the bike. Nice run on December 24th, 2013. Once again, I thank everybody for tuning in and taking a boo at it, and hopefully I get to do many more. Everybody have a great day, and of course, this is the 24th. Everybody have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you at the next video.